on top of the world, about to jump above it. Take it straight to the moon, 'cause we know how to rock it. Ain't no thing you can do, ain't no way to stop it. Now you're feeling it too, let's get it started. Throw your hands in the air while the beat is dropping. Acting like you don't care when everybody's watching. Just keep whipping your hair like that, you got it. Yeah, you're feeling it too, let's get it started. I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started. Charts off the meter, turn it up, blow the speakers, make them all to believers. Break through the surface, tell them open the curtains, give them all what they wanted, yeah. Now let's get it started. I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. Yeah, I'm ready, ready. I'm ready. Are you ready, ready? I'm ready. Let's get it started. Yeah, yeah, I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Let's go. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it, get it. Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Let's get it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Give me something new. Time to break loose. Take it to another level. Now we on the move. Shout if you coming with me. Going over the limit. On your mark, keep it steady. So tell me, are you ready? I'm ready, ready. Let's get it, get it. I'm ready, ready. Are you ready, ready? Let's get it started.
It is a winter wonderland in a lot of parts of the United States. One thing for sure, we're ready to go for coverage on this Saturday night for iRacing. Yeah, and you know what? It's just like where we were with the Northwest Pro Late models on Tuesday night. We're back at Sobo. Welcome to coverage. LSRTV, iRacing of it, LSRTV. This is the mainly ductless heating and air conditioning Maine Sim Racing Series. And tonight is the Crescent Lumber Street Stock Chili Bowl. The Street Stocks tonight are the attraction for the Maine Sim Racing Series. And we're ready to go here at America's hometown track, the South Boston Speedway. Good evening. I am Wesley Outland, filling in for Samuel Dyer. Joined alongside is John Muschin Jr. John, Sobo, short track racing at its finest, street stocks, grassroots at its best on iRacing. Man, we're going to have a fun time tonight.
South Boston Speedway is a storied racetrack, America's hometown racetrack, as they say. You've got guys like the Burton brothers, the Sadler brothers that have cut their teeth on this speedway. Earnhardt Jr. did it. It's a big track, not really a big track, but it's a big name track. When it comes down to short track racing, and I'm ready for some short track racing tonight, Wesley. How about you?
Yes, sir. It certainly is, man. As a matter of fact, I'll be honest with you, I've announced at Sobo many times in my career up in the Commonwealth of Virginia, and when I was a young kid, man, my dad took me to this racetrack, and I remember going to the racetrack, and it's just amazing how they have the laser disc, the way that they do the graphics to match distinctly what this track looks like, and all the other tracks on iRacing, whether it's short tracks or the NASCAR or the road courses. It is just truly phenomenal. iRacing on LSRTV. Happy Saturday night to you. We're getting ready for, again, the Crescent Lumber Street Stock Chili Bowl. And before we do let you go, let's take a look at the race 411 on the bottom left of the monitor. We're going to have time trials. Time trials are coming up here in a few moments once practice concludes. Then we're going to go into a B main if necessary. 50-lap feature. And actually, it's like the Chili Bowl. It'll be a D, a C, and a B, and then a 50-lap feature. How about that? It's like the Chili Bowl for Saturday there, John.
Yes, sir, and probably going to be a few banged up fenders and feelings tonight. It's a short track, it's street stocks. They usually results and a little bit of bumping and banging, and hell, why not? I'm all for it.
Yeah, I'm all for it too, man. We're going to have fun tonight, I think, as well. So we're looking forward to it. Real quickly, let's take a look at also the weather conditions leading up into tonight's event. 87 degrees. Wow. Man, I wasn't expecting that. Were you expecting that? The heck with calling it the Chili Bowl. It's the Summer Bowl baking. Wow.
I tell you
87
what,
degree crack temp, and it's, wow, 122 degrees. John, what's that going to do to tires? Especially when the old cliche is tires is what wins races.
It's going to make the track slick. It's going to make them tires slick. And them boys, they going to be hanging on with both hands of that steering wheel today, boy. I tell you what.
All right there. Well, that's Hank Hill or a version of Hank Hill or something of that nature. So we're getting ready to go to qualified here in just a few moments.
Damn it, buddy.
With the Maine Sim Racing Series. Yeah, there you go. Oh, wow. Is that King of the Hill? That's it. King of the Hill. That's it. Yeah. For a second there, I was like, well, okay, what is he talking about? But I call on to that now. So, man, hope everybody's doing well and staying warm, man. It's colder than a well digger's you know what in the Carolinas. And the snow, you know, a lot of people think it's all pretty and it's nice and it's da-da-da. I'm mad because, first of all, John, it's the first snow that North Carolina's had in a very, very long time. So I couldn't make no snow cream, okay? No delicious snow cream. I was forbidden because you can get sick eating that. And then, of course, you know, I'm just ready to see the ground again. And we're qualified. Look at this, man. Look at these cars, dude. Like, going back to a couple of weeks ago when I done the MAV-TV Street Stock Nationals at Dillon, South Carolina. There is Brian Conover in the 97. The Fanatec entry, and he'll be the first guy to take time.
He's got him a 1979 Camaro steel body on there with a 2022 Camaro stickers. I like that.
Here comes the Boss Dog, or Boss Hog, and that's the JSR entry number 11 of Ed Connolly. Ed Connolly, man, that black number 11 JSR Services entry. We'll see what he can do here now.
Let's hope Ed has a better race tonight than he did last time we saw him. If I'm not mistaken, he was airborne, upside down, and in the infield eventually.
Oh, my goodness. Wow.
Well,
this is my first time.
Leslie.
Go ahead, buddy.
You want some trivia? Can I throw some trivia at you?
Yeah.
The street stock, the actual real-life street stock the iRacing scanned for this particular vehicle belonged to Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Wow.
It was his
and you got to remember,
real-life
there was
stock.
a time, exactly, I was going to say that. There was a time that when he first started racing, he drove a street stock car. Of course, he talked about that last night when he was enshrined into the 2021 class of the NASCAR Hall of Fame induction ceremony in Charlotte. And Devin Laundrie finishing up with his lap. Here comes Matthew Bergani on the 38 machine. Oh, he's sideways. Oh, saving it there. Almost got in the wall. So qualifying, we'll set the lineups. I think we'll lock in a couple for the feature, and then they're going to run D mains, C mains, a B main, and the A main. And if you never are familiar with the Chili Bowl or, you know, like maybe the World 100, like the way it used to be, or the other kind of special races that have these formats, honestly, John, you go to the D main, you transfer into the D. Obviously, the low qualifiers will have to go to a D main. You win the D main, you transfer into those spots in the D main, then you go to the back of a C main. If you go to the back of a C main and then you do well, then you transfer into the B main. Then if you go to the B main and you're in the top spots that needed to transfer, then you're allowed to go to the A main. So that's kind of a nice way of seeing it. We might see a driver try to run the table. A driver could possibly try to run the table. You're exactly right. Yep.
Well, let's hope Burgoyne has a better night tonight than he did earlier this week. We're not going to get into too much detail about the incident, but Matthew Burgoyne has gained an air of infamy in the Maine Sim Racing Series. So let's hope he has. Oh, wow. Look at the car. Do this outside. I love it.
Well, here we go.
That looks like a real street stock right there, man. He's got body panels, duct tape on there.
Is this the guy that flipped last week?
Who? No, Devin Landry in the 82? No.
No, Bubar, whatever it is.
Oh, Bubar. It might be. He's got all that duct tape on there holding his car
Well,
together.
there we go. Devin Landry and Corey Bubar, row number 1. Row number 2 is going to find Brandon Varney and Brian Conover. Row number 3 on the grid is going to be Tyler Jordan as well as Landon Tapley. Row 4 is Chris Burgess, Nick Wilson. Row 5, David Greenleaf and Alan Grass. 10 cars, along with Tyler Jalbert in the back by himself. We're ready to go. 11 cars in the D Maine. Ready for the Maine Sim Racing Series here, the Crescent Lumber Street Stock Chili Bowl at Sobo. Back straightaway. We're ready for these guys to come to a start. Should be fun, should be exciting. Will it be a wreck fest or will it be some good bumping, banging Saturday night short track racing in a winter wonderland of reality? Green flag in the air. We're ready to go. Here in the D Maine, it's 10 laps.
Now, these cars are going to be extremely loose right off the get-go, and we just saw that, the 12 car of Bubar. And here we go in heat number 1.
This is heat number 1. My apologies. This is heat race number 1.
There's some fantastic-looking cars out there on track. I don't know what that is on the 29 car. It looks like puzzle pieces. He might be driving the autism car right there. Oh, we got a car out of shape. And caution is out.
Conover, and it looks like also Wilson got involved. Got to check on the let's check on Conover's car too, man. The 97, he got sideways there. And we're under yellow flag here. First time tonight. Pulse Popper instant replay here, John. We'll show you what happened.
Oh, wow. That started up ahead of those guys. Oh, wow. That's a completely different incident than what we saw.
Yeah, we didn't even see that one. That was a secondary caution. Is that Wilson in the snap-on car? I believe so. We need to look where Conover was in the 97, and he got into it with another car there. Well, I believe it was Greenleaf. There's secondary yellow, so there was 2 cautions there. And I got to wonder if that's where actually the reason why they actually threw the caution there, John, was for that reason right there for that car. We didn't even see Wilson spun. We saw something else entirely different.
What we saw wouldn't probably have brought the caution out because they straightened it up and kept going. The caution was out for what we just saw in the Pulse Poppers replay right there. Usually when a car gets up and down, they're definitely going to throw the caution flag.
So this is your heat races. So am I correct, producer? We're going to run heat races and then a DCB and A main? And then the 50 lap feature. There you go. So basically we're going to run 3 heat races, 3 heats, and then the D, the C, the B, and the A main, basically. John, I love it, man. A little more. Going to be a fun time tonight. I like the format.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of racing, like we said. A lot of street stocks doing left turns, man, and see if they can't get this one down. Here we go. Burgoyne. Sorry, not Burgoyne. Landry. That'll be his teammate, by the way. Devin Landry.
Back to it again, down the back straightaway. Landry pulls away. A couple of cars side by side with one another. That's Bubar and Varney. Jordan Burgess and up the hill.
Up the hill in the wall.
Saving 3 wide. No caution yet. Man, that was a good move. There he is. That, autism-looking colored car, man, got back on the high horse. Now we got cars bouncing off the wall. Oh, we got trouble. Wilson is spun around again, and there's the caution. Wow, snap-on better tight on those wheels.
I personally didn't think this car was that hard to drive.
Let's watch the replay. Watch this again. Look at this. Oh, my.
Oh, wow.
He's a big fan of getting ran over. A lot of junk in his trunk.
I don't know what to say to that. I am highly entertained by that 12 cars paint scheme, though. I'm just digging.
Let's look at it. Let's dig it. Let's see the number 12 car real quick on our producers. Look at it. The 12 car while we're under caution.
He stepped out. He stepped out.
Oh.
There it goes. There it is. I mean, when you look at this, there's so much in the detail right here. He's got the duct tape holding on parts of the car. He's got donuts on the car. It's all part of the paint scheme because, I mean, he started the race like that, so it wouldn't possibly hit that already, you know?
Honestly, John, that's a perfect example of racetrack across America.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Wow.
So listen to this. We'll get the green flag back out in the air, and we'll make this announcement. We've got over 30-plus cars. So this race now, thanks to iRacing on LSRTV, is now going to pay $100 to win tonight for the Crescent Lumber Street Stock Chili Bowl for the Racing Series. If there is somebody, John, that can run the table, kind of like we talk about in March Madness basketball, same thing in racing. If you can run the table, and that means come from your heat race and then win the D, the C, the B, and the A main, you are going to get a $25 bonus.
Caution's back out.
Oh, so if somebody actually just runs the alphabet soup and can make it into the A main, then you get a $25. What if multiple people do that, Charles? Highest finisher gets the money. Okay, there you go. Well, that explains it, John. Here comes the money. We're in the wrong business. John, you with us? My friend? Are you there?
Yeah,
Hello?
I'm here, buddy. I'm here.
Okay. Thought you went to go check on your chicken noodle soup and rice.
No. I was getting an update from my wife.
Oh, okay.
My daughter's in the hospital up in Shreveport.
Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Do you need to leave?
No, there's nothing I can do. I'm stuck down here in Lafayette. It's about a 4-hour drive.
Oh, wow. Man, prayers
My
to
daughter, let me clarify real quick. My daughter has cystic fibrosis. I don't know if you're familiar with what that is. It's a terminal disease. She was diagnosed with it 4 months old. She's almost 20. She'll be 20 next month. But her health has taken a little bit of a turn for the worse. And she went up to Shreveport to see her CF specialist. And they decided to admit her, I think it was Tuesday. I can't remember. And they've been running a treatment on her lungs, trying to get her lung function back up.
I got you, man. Man, certainly in my prayers, for sure. For your
Thank you, I
family
appreciate that.
You know, we cut up and we laugh and we have fun and we enjoy what we love to do here. But we also do realize that, you know, this is what we do for our lives, you know. But we also have these crazy things called life that we deal with, and sometimes we use these events and these iRacing getaways. Myself as well. My uncle passed away suddenly back in December. You remember that, John? And,
Yep.
You know, I was crushed. I was actually in the middle of doing a live sports broadcast when I got the call that he tragically had passed. And Widowmaker sucks, but that did it. And, you know, we just have to try to find a way to get some type of diversion here. And, man, your thoughts are with me with your daughter for sure. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to go. This is heat race number 2. They decided to end heat number 1 under caution. Matthew Bergani in the 38 is going to be on the pole. Row number 2 is going to be also be Tyler Conley. Row 2 will find Nathan Barth along with Jacob Heathcote. I like that name. Row 3, Gleason Smith. Chris Fortier, that's the 6 and 23. Row 4, Franco Bolton and Patrick Sullivan, 51 and 16. Row 5, Ben Burgess in the 7, Dan DeSanto in the 96. And that is the lineup here for 10 cars. He's number 2. Another 10 laps. Of course, our producer, he had some recent passings in his family as well. And, you know, this crazy thing called life still goes on. The good, the bad, and the ugly. Green flag goes in the air. We're underway. Heat race number 2 for the Maine Sim Racing Series at Sobo. Bergani on the jump. Look at Conley stuck out to dry. Here comes Barth passing by him. 37 car. Heathcote and Smith alongside. They cross the line. We're 1 lap in, John, and it's Bergani gone in turn number 2.
Bourgogne is indeed the leader right now, over half a second lead here at South Boston. Now, Matthew, like I said, he's got some notoriety behind his name these days. He's looking to erase that notoriety with a good, clean race tonight. And right now, Wesley, it looks like he's going to get that accomplished. He's definitely pulling away from the field. 8 to go, and he's got about 7/10 of the lead.
Field works their way back off of turn number 4, front straightaway. Bergani, Barth, Conley, Smith, 48. Remember the announcements made, 30-plus cars, $100 bonus added onto the purse tonight for the winner. And if there is somebody that can run the table, the highest paid finisher from the D, the C, the B to the A, will get $25 from iRacing on LSRTV. We're in the middle of heat race number 2. Look at that car, man. The skull throwback.
Way out of shape.
Whoa, he's in the wall. Oh, they're wrecking me in front of him. Oh, it was Moulton going around, and airborne goes Heathcote. Moulton, Heathcote, airborne. Caution is out. Wow. Here's a replay. Heathcote in the wall, and then all of a sudden, Moulton and a couple other cars, and that's, wow, airborne 32. So we saw what happened
who didn't want to see that?
Yeah.
I tell you who didn't want to see that was Bourgogne, our leader. He had a really nice cushion there, about 5-6 car lengths, then was just out there doing his own thing, but unfortunately he's got to face a restart here. I see another pretty good-looking car in the field. I can't see what number he was. Cody, maybe about the 3rd or 4th place car. Can we swing back a little bit? Yeah, that guy, the 6th car. Look at that paint job. That is literally a street Camaro. He painted everything up, looked just like a street version Camaro Z28. I love that, man. I love the ingenuity some of these guys come up with. Like, he's got the door handles on it. The doors are painted on there. He's got the IROC Z28 stickers. I actually, just a little bit about myself, when in my younger days, my hobby was buying and rebuilding, basically call it flipping now, but rebuilding Camaros. In my life, I've had 13 of them in my possession and have rebuilt 12 of them and resold them. The last one I kept until she got wiped out in a wreck.
.38-37 alongside one another. By the way, did you say it was Bourgogne?
Bourgogne.
Bourgogne. I think I said Bourgogne. And I said Bergani. I think I said Bergani. So Bourgogne. So it's actually.
Yeah, it's
Matthew Bourgogne. Matthew Bourgogne. Bourgogne.
Okay.
Back to the lead.
Does not
flag.
get a very good restart.
No. Halfway, by the way, in heat 2. And Barth back to the lead. Barcoon going to try to reel him back in as they work their way. Conley the 3rd. Wow, look at this. Little razzle-dazzle as they set sail into turn number 3. 4 to go, and Barth out in the lead. Now they go to 3.
These laps really wind down fast here, Wesley. We're already at 4 to go, 3 to go now this time by. Bourgogne is all over the tail end bumper of Nathan Barth. And we had a little excitement back there in the mid-pack. Cars scrambling everywhere. One car got turned around, but he's down on the infield. In the meantime, back up front, Bourgogne retakes the lead from Barth.
Yeah, Bourgogne getting back to the top spot. The black 38 machine down to the inside. Some smoke in front of them. They got a couple of cars spawners somewhere there. Look at that. Burge is getting the heck out of the way. There's Burgon is there. 2 to go. Coming to the white flag next time around, and this is it. He is in his own little world, but here comes Barth. Final shot at him, John, in 3.
He's going to get one last shot at right here, but boy, he gets really good entry before going, does. Good entry equals good exit right here, and he's going to take the win for heat number 2.
There you go.
Oh, there's still
Burge is spinning. No, what in the world are you doing? This is, he's going to have a last place burnout.
I know, I think that was a little bit of payback. He was initially involved in the wreck that didn't bring out the caution, the very first one. And I don't think he was very happy with whoever it was he got involved with there.
Yeah, I don't think so either. A lot of anger in his life there. Burgess. Here we go. This is the final heat race. Hey, John, I'm going to let you give the lineup real quick, bud. Man, look at that Wrangler throwback, man. Dude. I think of Earnhardt, and look at that. Yeah. Wow.
I was looking at that, man. Well, inside of row 1, your pole position, Nick Morton in the 0-0 car. To his outside in that amazing-looking Valvoline 115 Camaro Z28, Nick Hinckley. Inside row 3, Jason Winkler, the 9 car. Outside row 2, we were just talking about him in the Goodwrench Wrangler throwback, Joshua Dubé. Row 3 sees Chris York on the inside in the 86 car. Outside, Logan Melcher in the 43 car. Row 4 be Ryan Ripley in that 09 car. And to his outside, Brian Treadwell in the 48. And in row 5, we got Ed Connolly in the 11 car. Sean Kimball, the league admin. It says he's in the 28 car, but I'm not real sure he's actually going to start the race. Cody, do you have? He's not? Okay. So that's my mistake. He will not be starting the race. And I don't know what happened there. It's like everybody on the front row stalled the car out. It's not hard to do. iRacing for a couple of years now has had a stall clutch, just like in a real race car. If you don't let out just right, it'll stall out on you. So
these
some guys
cars,
like to run that.
Believe it or not, but John, I've got my dad here looking at these, and don't that remind you of the super stock cars from back in the day, running them at Southern National? And look at them now; they're on iRacing. And believe it or not, that is the same, John, that you said. Car image that they use for iRacing that Dale Earnhardt Jr. had when he first started Super Stocks. And this, honestly, John, my dad's watching the broadcast now, and it's like he taken back because where Super Stocks become what are street stocks today.
Yeah, they had the same
Pretty
class
cool.
Where my daddy raced up at Shreveport at Boot Hill. And it was the same thing. I mean, street stocks and super stocks looked a lot alike. The only difference was the engine size, actually. So.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad used to run super stocks, and they call them street stocks today, but those are the same type of cars, the Camaro bodies. He drove the 31 OK construction entry and machine at Southern National. And, yeah, here we go. Green flag in the air. We're ready. These cars are fun to watch. My dad coming in here just chiming in and looking, saying, man, this takes me back to whenever we were young, you know. And, yes, we both say when we were young because he's old and so am I.
Whatever.
With Morton leading the way.
I got to know we're older than you, boy.
Oh, look out.
Oh, we had a car spinning in two there.
I think it's Ripley and Treadwell. They hold it together, no caution. Look at this.
In the meantime, up front, looks like Morton's got himself a decent little lead right here. Look at how, I don't know if you've noticed this or not, Wesley, but these cars are literally doing the four-wheel drift on exit of 4.
Oh, yeah, they're fun, man. They're dirt tracking it. They're dirt tracking it. You could use that analogy. Crossover sliders, they're going on there. Oh, yeah, it's fun. Dirt tracking it, going into the corner. Talk about handling these cars. Look at the cockpit of them. Nick Hinckley there. Nick Hinckley, 7 to go. By the way, this is the final heat race, and we go into the D, the C, the B mains, and then to the A. And if somebody can run the table, they're going to get the highest finisher to the A main, a $25 bonus. We got over 30 cars tonight for the Crescent Lumber Street Stock Chili Bowl for the Maine Sim Racing Series. And again, mainly Ductless Heating and Air for sponsoring the Maine Sim Racing Series. And right now, it's Nick Hinckley out in front. Not for long. Morton back out in front. Look at that beautiful car, man. And that was one of the things my dad was saying as we're halfway home, John, is he's like, wow, this looks just like what I used to drive back in the day. And honestly, even the street stock cars of today are different than the street stock bodies of what we're seeing here, like super stock cars.
Well, I mean, not really. As a guy who grew up, racing small tracks like this myself, You always saw the Camaro unibodies because of the way that they perform on the track.
Yes.
The way that they handle, the unibody was always preferred. So you're talking about the Camaros, the Monte Carlos, the what was that other one? Doggone it. Another Chevy.
The Pinto.
Anyway,
no, the Lumina.
No, not the
Lumina.
Pinto, man. No, not the Lumina. It's Malibu.
It's the
Chevy
Lumina,
Malibu.
the Monte Carlo, the Malibu, the Chevrolet Malibu. There you go. White flag in the air, by the way. Morton down in front. And I don't mean Morton and Salt.
Sure you do.
Yeah. Final
those
time,
unibody
Morton
frames,
going around.
man. They handled so good on short tracks. Not really good on a bigger race car, but really good on short. Look at that. Look at how loose he is drifting out of that turn right there.
Checkered flag, and we got cars up in the fence again. Wow, that was fun. And now we go right into the alphabet soup. If you ever wonder what the alphabet soup means, this is what they call by the alphabet soup. You go to the D main, the C main, the B main, and you got to go to the A main. So the cars that are basically from the heat races on back sets the lineup. A certain amount of drivers will go into the A, a number of drivers will go to the B, will go to the C, and then the ones in the back in the D main are now in this race now. This is your D main. Ryan Ripley's on the pole in the 09. Behind him or beside him, Nick Wilson. Row number 2. We'll find Ben Burgess in the 7. He's got to really fix his car. Remember how easily it spun out when he got in the wall there, John? Sean Kimball, the man that created this madness that is the Maine Sim Racing Series, sponsored by mainly Ductless Heating and Air, row number 2. And in the back there, Alan. There you go. Yes, Alan Grass there in the 08 machine. He will be in your final spot. I thought I said Alan Grass. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I just said Alan first. America's hometown track since 1957. That's how long this racetrack's been here in existence. Believe it or not, this track was built when they were still racing on the beaches of John Mushkin. First race at Daytona International Speedway, 1959. Who won it?
Have no idea. I'm half asleep.
Lee Petty. Lee Petty was the inaugural winner of the Daytona 500 on the big speedway. Yes. Remember when him and Johnny Beauchamp were side by side? Lap car, 3 wide finish. Took 2 or 3 days. They declared Johnny Beauchamp the winner, and then about 3 or 4 days they determined that its scoring had showed that Lee Petty, 4th generation driver, had won the race at Daytona. All right, we got 5 cars, maybe 4. We're going to the B main. Top 2 transfer, I'm guessing, Cody, green flag?
Cody has left the building.
Oh, to the lead. And look at this, Burgess out of nowhere. I'm understanding from our producer, this is the top 3 going to the show.
No,
he
bumps him out of the way.
Around. Wilson's in the wall. Burgess is in the wall. My goodness, guys, can't we be friends? To
Well,
remember,
there's 4
to
cars
first
on
win
track.
the race, you must first finish.
Hey, there's only 4 guys on track, so they're going to do what they got to do, man. All you
There's
got
your
to do
final
is be
4.
one of
Eat
those
your heart
3.
out, March Madness.
Oh, look at
Look
that.
at
The 7
Burgess
car
up the
gets
wall.
wicked loose.
Yeah, then watch this. It gives the chrome horn to the 09 in the corner. You can't look at this. They turn and wall each other. Look at, oh. Listen to the sheet metal banging, dude. The sparks were flying. That was fun. So remember, as we were stating, one of these 4 cars, top 3 transfer. And those 3 drivers, John Mushkin Jr., have the opportunity to be able to run the table. And if they're the highest, the B main to the A main finisher, they get a $25 bonus. Yes,
That's
from
right.
iRacing on LSRTV.
$25 will buy you a bottle of Jack Daniels these days.
Well, I mean, with the way gas prices are, you know, I mean, obviously that'll help put about half a tank in your, give you half a tank of fuel. You know.
Half a gallon, you mean?
Yeah, you have a tank. Yeah, well, you said half a gallon. I didn't open up that door. You did. It was. Oh.
How's that Build Back Better working out for you?
The what now?
Nothing. I was being
Oh, I
facetious.
caught what you said. I know what you said, you smart house. Listen, we discussed these things when we came live on the air, okay? We're not getting in trouble. We're not going to that Pandora's box. Oh. I'm glancing at my television, looking at the 49ers and Packers. That looks like it's going to be a good game tonight. Hopefully the 49ers can be able to brave the weather elements. You know, my uncle, Billy, that we were talking about earlier that passed away, John, he's a big 49ers fan. But I'm also a Packers fan. I mean, I like the Packers. But I will say this. I'm ashamed of the way Aaron Rodgers done things at the first of the year and during the summer with Green Bay. And to me, that was, I thought, very unprofessional. But, you know, it is what it is. Lights are off on the pace car. But, yes, man, awesome game. The what did you say?
Ooh. Back to racing. We're about to go green here. Lights are off the pace car, stacked up 2 by 2 on the backstretch, going through 3 and 4 now. Remember, Wesley, only one of these guys isn't going further.
That's right.
Because only one of these guys is going home. So I think that's why you see so much aggression. These guys know that they've got a 75% chance of going ahead, so they can really just kind of beat and bang if they want to.
And then you put dollar signs in their brain because they know if they can run the table and go to the A-main, they get the money. Wilson now back to the lead, and remember how bad he was. He was like a bonsai ping ball in his heat race, the snap-on car. Now he pulls away from Ripley. Burgess, grass. And look at Burgess now trying to come after Ripley for that spot. We're halfway now, John.
I tell you what, looking at these, Wilson's in the catbird seat right now. He's up ahead of all this mess. He doesn't have to worry about anything. He knows he's going forward. The one that you got to look at, the one you got to be worried about is the 08 of Mr. Grass right there, Alan Grass. He's in the loser spot right now, and he seems to be falling further and further back there, Wesley.
He certainly is, but we're going to keep an eye on that. As right now, Burgess trying to run down Ripley for that spot. Grass losing ground on the pack. And Wilson is the man out in front of the snap-on car to the line. Bullhorns are up, 2 to go. And look at this. While Wilson is pulling away, Ripley and Burgess battle for the transfer spot. That's for second and third. And honestly, John, you're in the show. Don't try to race one another. Don't try to tear each other's cars up as you come for the white flag. Stay in your position. You're riding. Lay there. Stay in it. Final time around, and there's Wilson out in front. He's looking to lock up the D-main.
They're doing laps in about 16.5, 16.7 in that neighborhood. Oh, a little loose there. That's going to finish it up. So these laps tick by very, very quickly. And they only have 8 laps to get something done. So we'll see how this next main goes.
And here's the thing. These guys that just finished in the D-main, now they got to suit up and they got to go into the C-main right now. They're in the back, but they're in the C-main. And we're about to give you your starting lineup here in just a couple of moments for the C-main as Dan DeSanto is on the pole in the 96. Look at that beautiful looking car to the outside. Brian Treadwell. Look at the Lowe's car, man. Throwback to Jimmy Johnson's colors, the Camaro. Row number 1. Row 2, David Greenleaf in the 58. Gleason Smith in 6. Nick Wilson, Ryan Ripley. Remember, those are your drivers that made it in, along with Ben Burgess from the B main, from the D main. They're in the C main now. So this is your C main. And John, as we prefer to go into the D, the C now, the B next, there'll be more cars, more cars, more cars. Top 3 going to the B main from the C main, Charles. Am I correct? Top 3. Here we go. John, lights off on the pace car, buddy. We're coming to the green flag. It's Maine time now. It's going to get a lot more antsy than the D was.
So we're going to keep our eye on those guys in the back, the ones that came in from the D Maine, Ripley, Wilson, Burgess, I believe, we're looking at. See if any of those three can move their way forward. They got 10 laps to do it, Wesley, to get themselves up inside the top 3. And we got wrecking on the back
we
stretch.
got one in the fence. Oh, is that Greenleaf? He saves it. No caution. We're still green. That was Greenleaf in the 58 Ira car, man. Wow.
They are beating and banging back here, trying to get themselves up into that top 3. And all they've meant to do is get themselves further behind the top 3.
And John Ripley, one of the cars that made it in. Oh, we got one in the fence. DeSantis off the pace down into turn number 1 and 2. The 96 car, he's back rolling again. Ripley, though, he is in position number 2 to try to run the table for the $25 bonus. He's right there in second right now.
All he has to do is finish where he's at, or maybe one spot down. He doesn't want to do that, though. He wants to get as much cushion as he can between himself and the guys in 3rd, 4th, and 5th, because that's where the fighting's at, Wesley. Is that last transfer spot for 3rd.
Yes, sir. It's going to be heated there. Greenleaf having it right now, but Smith and Wilson trying to come after it. By the way, Wilson and Burgess are those 2 of the 3 drivers along with Ripley. Ripley is the only man that could possibly run the table and try to go for the show. But remember, he's got to go down to the B main and then to the A main to get that $25 bonus. Compliments of iRacing on LSRTV. And right now, Treadwell leading the way. We're 5 into this race. I think it was a 12-lap B main or C main.
It was 10 laps.
And Treadwell and Ripley. We are halfway. My apologies. Treadwell and Ripley, Greenleaf. No change in those right now. And Ripley in P2. Honestly, John, are you happy being in that spot? You know you've got to run the table for the money. You know you're transferring in.
Yep. Right now, he's actually mirror driving. He wants to see how fast Greenleaf is coming, how aggressive Greenleaf might be. And seeing now, if I'm Ripley, I'm not really thinking about the money to be made if I win or, place in all 3 of the heats. I just want to make sure I move forward. So if I see that guy coming behind me as fast as me.
Look out, Burgess spins.
Oh, big crash, big crash.
No, Burgess
Caution's
and Wilson,
out with
both
3 to
cars.
go.
Yes, sir. Remember, John, both of those cars had to come from the D main. And they spin in the C off turn number 4. Watch the replay. Burgess and Wilson. Wilson, the D main winner. They're side by side with one another. Now, look at this, leaning on each other. Oh wow, look at that.
Ooh, hello, pit road.
And you see, yeah, you see the 7 car spun, and then as you watch the 153 of Wilson just go by, you started to notice he got loose, and there you see the end result of Wilson's car as he also got collected in the accident.
When you look at these cars, it's amazing. You can tell just by the way they move that these are definitely leaf spring rear ends on these things. And what I mean by that is you have coilover springs and shocks on like your cup cars, your truck, stuff like that.
Yes.
These guys actually run the original leaf spring setup that these Camaros came with, and that's what when you watch them, especially like right now when they're under pace speed, how much they move front to back, side to side. Just really kind of a bounce to them, man. It's just really, I love how iRacing really got this thing spot on the way they modeled it and everything.
Man, I look at that car right there, man. If you remember back like in the late 2000s, that was the throwback that Jimmy Johnson drove when he had the Lowe's colors, when he had that silver and blue replica paint scheme. That's kind of a nice way of looking at it, the way it's kind of designed here, the Cobalt Lowe's colors.
Yeah, it does look real good on that car.
Yes, sir. You know, you think of like the Chevrolet Camaros, the Chevrolet Luminas, the Malibus. You think of also the Ford Thunderbirds. I think of the Buicks, the Buick Regals. Those were the types of cars that were in the super stock / street stock era. And I think it's awesome watching these cars now. And we're ready for the field to come back to the restart zone here in Sobo. 3 to go. Now make it 2 remaining here in this B Main coming up next. The C Main rolls on top 3. Look at him going, slice and dice it behind the leader.
Ripley's getting turned.
Ripley spins.
Oh, that is
Wow, he
unfortunate.
saves it. Oh no!
But does he really?
They're wrecking. Did we
He
get a
did
caution?
really save it.
No, we don't. Oh my goodness! Are you
That's
serious?
the final lap. Whoever gets untangled from this mess first is going to be the one to
Wilson.
advance. Yeah.
It's Wilson, John. Wilson's third. Here he comes off turn 4. And he's going to be the guy to be able to run the table for the money. He was just wrecked a moment ago. Look at this. Burgess and Ripley are out.
I can't help but wonder if there's not going to be a review on that. Oh, hello. A little payback
Burgess
there
says,
from the
"Kiss
7
my
car.
you know what?"
Yeah, I can't help
Give
but
him a
wonder
nice
if there
shot
may not
to
be
the
a little
rear.
bit of a review on that one. I'm not sure if they're going to have
Wow.
time to review it, but man, that looked like nope, they're not going to be able to review that. That's
Yeah,
that
all
was
bets are
unfortunate
off,
for
man.
Ripley,
It is
man.
what it is. Wow, I cannot
hello.
believe that. Look at this, Oscar Mayer, and I'm here to say. And look
Got
at this
our
nice looking car.
GM Goodrich car back there.
Yes, sir. All right, we're going to the B main now, ladies and gentlemen. This is the B main, and the top 3 will transfer into the A main. And now, Wilson is the only car. Wilson in the back is the only car, John, that can transfer in to the A main for a shot at that $25. Let's give you your lineup. Boy, it's going to be hard. Oh, no, look at it. They gave Burgess his spot, though, John. Burgess got the spot back. Tyler Jalbert in the 04. Frank Moulton in the number 51, row 1. Row 2 is going to find Ed Connolly, Landon Tapley. Row 3 on the grid. Quickly, we're going to see Patrick Sullivan and Joshua Doobie. Row number 4, Tyler Jordan, Brian Treadwell. Row 5 in this B main, we'll find Nick Wilson and Ben Burgess. And remember, those 2 cars were slamming and bamming, and thank you, Mammon, in aggression on that cool down lap after the C main. John, 2 cars
must have
have the
missed
chance
something
now to
there.
run the table.
We must have
I'm
missed
thinking
something.
I'm thinking that they gave the spot to the 7 and let him transfer.
couldn't have.
I'm really
I don't-
thinking that.
They couldn't have. There was nothing. Okay, here, Cody.
Oh,
Okay,
understanding someone. Okay. Understanding that somebody from iRacing iRacing did a disqualification on the car, and that's why Burgess got the spot. Anyhow, Burgess and Wilson, the ones trying to run the table to go to the A main and go to the money. This is the final race of the A main next, with the
12 laps to
Yes,
decide
sir.
who's
Man,
going
it's
to
gonna be
get
a
the
fun
top
D
3
main.
spots.
mainly Douglas
Hey,
in
we got
air,
cars
Maine
bouncing off the
Tim
wall.
Racing Series. Oh no, hold on to it. Hold on to it. No caution. No harm, no foul. Look at that car that's got stickers all over stickers upon stickers. Listen to them. Listen to them squeal. Sullivan and Wilson and Doobie going at it there.
I don't know if anybody's explaining it to these guys, but 3 wide does not work
Oh
here.
no! Treadwell goes around off turn 4.
No
No
caution,
caution,
yet.
no caution. Gotta throw the yellow. He
gonna
can't go
sit there.
nowhere.
He was just sitting there waiting for the caution to come out, but it's not going to come out. So he's going to pull right up in
The
front of
leaders
the
are right
leaders
behind
now.
him now. Look at this. Holy cow. Is he going to turn down in front of the leaders? No, he just goes a lap down. Excuse me, coming through. Wow. 8
That
laps to
car's
go.
definitely seen better days.
I've seen better days. I'll be at the start. Never mind. Jalbert, Bolton, Connolly, top 3. Whoa, look out!
Oh.
Wilson! Wilson's around. Dude, he about took out the pittage wall. Did you see that?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That
Actually, they're
skull
saying
car,
he did pit.
Oh, look at the 11. You know, all over the bumper of the 51 there. Going to move him up out of the way.
That's for that final transfer spot, John. Is Moulton falling back now to 4th? Here comes the 11, Connolly. Moulton, they're flip-flopping 2nd and 3rd now. Doobie on the outside looking in. 5 to go with this 12-lap B main. Take you to the A-Main next. Look at this, man. I see that skull card, John, and I'm thrown back to Rick Mast as well as, obviously, Joe Nemechek had a skull card one time, and in addition to that, obviously, Harry Gant.
Yeah, although Harry didn't. Oh, we got a caution out.
Caution!
We've got a big wreck on the front stretch.
Holy goodness. Where? Wow. Who, what, where, when, why, how? We're trying to find it. Did we just catch the end of that wreck, I think, maybe? I don't know. Wow.
Oh, he just sent it in there.
Oh!
And got into the back of
16 Burgess.
And then
Look at Burgess just weasel his way back into that spot there. Wow. He says, excuse me, coming through?
Oh, 48 cars will get his lap back right there. That'll put him back in the, position to have some sort of a miracle happen inside of 3 laps, and he could progress forward into the feature.
Three laps to go. All right, John Boy, we're coming to the restart, man. How do you think this last couple of laps are going to be? It's going to be crazy, don't you think?
Full on chaos.
Full on chaos.
I look for that
Like
7 car to be
family.
extremely aggressive here on this restart. He's got to pass 1 car, I think. Nope, 2 cars. He's got to pass 2 cars to get in that transfer spot. Oh, thank you very much, Producer Cody.
Oh, wow.
Well, I've been corrected, folks. The top 5 transfer. So now he's just got to hang on to his transfer spot there. Wesley?
Top 5 go to the B main. Wow. So it was 3, 3, 3 from the D, the C, and now 5 from the B to the A main. So Burgess is now in the money, is trying to run the table. And here's the thing, John. Wherever he ends up in the A main, if the other cars don't make it, he knows he's carrying a $25 bonus back with him tonight from iRacing on LSRTV.
Yep. Is it iRacing that put that up, or was it us? I think it's LSRTV that put that up.
It's iRacing. We're now being called iRacing on LSRTV. So yes, LSRTV is giving the money, is putting the money back, yes. Our new slogan is you're watching iRacing on LSRTV. So
who's this mysterious voice in my ear?
Use the green flag. 2 to go.
Oh my gosh, look at this.
Look at this.
They're already bumping and banging back there.
I think they crashed, guys. I know the camera didn't show it. No, they didn't. Holy hell.
Oh, they did that
they
time.
Didn't crash.
Wow.
They're coming to the white flag. This is going to be a fun last lap. 1 to go. Look out. Oh!
They are still trying to wreck each other back there.
Bumping and banging. Keep an eye on him. Burgess in the final transfer spot. He's right there in the 7 car.
All he has to do is hang on for this last lap. He's got a really good gap between himself and 6th place.
Oscar Mayer has the way with BOLOGNA, and it's going to be Jalbert to win the B main. Burgess will transfer into the money.
Oh wow!
His
look at
rotor's
those rotors
on fire.
blowing.
Look at his brake rotor. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that, man. Man, this is fun. B main is done. We've ran the alphabet soup. We're going to go to the A mains next. But hey, let's step away and take a break. You're watching iRacing on LSRTV in the Maine Sim Racing Series Saturday night.
An automobile purchase shouldn't be hard. The hardest part for the consumer in the whole process should be selecting the vehicle. We have the online credit application. We can bring the car to you to see it, to test drive it, to deliver it. We have all the tools in place, and we've had them in place for a long time. I just think now we've perfected it. It's become part of our culture. We've, kind of taken it to the next level. It is easy, and it should be easy, and it should be fun, and it shouldn't take a whole lot of time.
This is our series,
So many different pieces that you have to watch out for.
where the stakes are always higher,
$300,000.
where virtual meets reality,
How bad do you want it?
They're wasting no time getting at it.
where the best thrive and the flawless win. This is the eNASCAR Coca-Cola iRacing Series.
Hey, it's Wesley Outland on the set of the Bull Ring on Speed 51 TV, but I also want to remind everybody that you can keep up with coverage of esports with the Northwest Cup and Truck Series, the American iRacing League, S&B Cup Series, and so much more on your home for sim racing, LSRTV. Of course, remember, you can watch it, and then you can listen to it on CRN, the community radio network at wearecrn.com. Check us out when you can.
Welcome back to iRacing on LSRTV. The coverage continues of our main event next with the mainly ductless heating and air main sim racing series. Tonight's event is the Crescent Lumber Street Stock Chili Bowl. John Mustian Jr., I'm Wesley Outland, Jeff Stabnow, Charles Wooten in the production chair. Also thanks to Sean Kimball, race director for the main sim racing series. And John, man, I think we're going to have a fun 50-lap feature here tonight for these cars.
Well, if what we've seen up until now is an indication, we're going to have a wild 50 laps here at South Boston Speedway.
Yeah, I think we exactly are as the field is getting assembled. They're getting ready. It's almost go time. Having this practice session. All right, John, so you're giving this little quick practice session before you prepare for the 50-lap A-Main feature. What are you trying to use here in this quick, 3-5 minute sprint that you can have?
Trying to see how hard I can push it into the turns. We haven't had a chance to really, these guys were doing such short, oh, good Lord.
Yeah, that's pushing into the turns, Tom.
Yeah, some short stints. So they really don't know how these cars are going to handle after 10 or 15 laps and how hard you can push them. So I expect some of these guys are going to be trying to get some sort of an idea about that.
Well, nonetheless, it is almost go time here at America's hometown track, and the field is getting assembled on the front straightaway. Man, this is going to be fun. Team 126 Racing starting lineup here at Sobo. Row number 1 is they're going to go 50 laps on the racetrack here. Should be exciting. Should be an exciting race as they get ready to go for position. Row number 1, Devin Landry in the 82. Matthew Bergon in the 38. Starting lineup presented by Team 126 Racing Burgoyne there. Nick Morton, the 0-0. Those are your heat race winners, by the way. Corey Bubar in the 12, row 2. Row 3 on the grid. Will Fine, Nathan Barth in 37. Nick Hinkley, row 4 on the grid. Brandon Varney in the 1. Tyler Conley in the 31. Row 5. Jason Ricker in the 9. Chris Burgess in the 47. And halfway through the lineup, we'll find row number 6, Jacob Heathcote and Chris York there, John.
Row 7, Brian Conover. Outside of him, Chris Fortier in the 23 car. Row 8 sees Logan Melcher down the inside of the 43. To his outside, Tyler Jalberts in the 04 car. Row 9 finds Ed Connolly in the 11 car. Joshua Dubé to his outside in the 80. Inside, row 10, Frank O. Moulton in the 51 car. And Ben Burgess, somebody who's looking to get some extra cash tonight, outside of row 10. Wesley.
So it's only 20 cars. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. I thought it was a 24-car field. My apologies. 20 cars fighting for these spots. We're about ready to go. As
Did
the
we get an
lineup
update
is
on who
set.
took the $25 credit? So
Ben Burgess, he's starting shotgun on the field. He's in 20th, so automatically the 7 Camaro of Ben Burgess gets $25 from LSRTV. Meanwhile, we're green flag. Who's going for the money? We're green flag in the Crescent. Chili Bowl Street Stock Nationals here. Let's get it started. The Crescent Lumbered Street Stock Chili Bowl is green. Look at them all side by side, holding their line out of turn number 4. Landry, Burguni, lap 1, 38 to the lead.
Now, don't forget these two, Matthew Burgoyne and Devin Landry, they're teammates, and we see them dominate the late models and super late model series that these guys run as well. So it's no surprise to find the two of these guys up front. Once again, Matthew Burgoyne, Devin Landry, teammates, and once again, in the street stocks, they're even dominating here at South Boston Speedway.
Yes, exactly right. As right now, teammates battling there. A couple of drivers out of Maine. And look at them
Look how
side
clean
by
these two are,
side.
man.
Yeah, they're battling, respecting one another. 82 and 38 teammates, Burgani as well as Landry.
That's a great shot right there, looking back on the field from, let's see, we are riding along
Morton's
with Landry
car
right now.
Yeah, Landry, Morton up on driver right, Barth behind him. Look at this, Varney in the top 5. Look at the header fire, man. Just like you see in real racing going on with those cars.
That extra fuel burning off inside the pipe because it's hot. We saw it earlier. That's how much detail iRacing's put into these cars there. Wesley, we saw earlier a rotor that had heated up so much it was glowing.
Yeah, the brake rotor's glowing red, cherry red, like you see when you're using the brakes up too much. Same thing as the headers popping. You hear the engines popping when they're working their way coming off of the corner. Look at this. Little sideways, nice save inside. I think that was Hinckley. $50-lap feature. Look at them all staying now single file. For the most part, John, I got to say, man, I'm impressed. These guys are respecting one another. No,
well, you were saying what?
Too smooth.
You were saying what? Oh, no. And he spins up in front of the field. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, when it rains, it pours.
Yeah, it looked like Morton got just a little bit loose there, and I don't think the 29 had anywhere he could have gone to avoid that contact. Sorry, the 37, excuse me.
Right.
Watch right here. You can see there's a little checkup. He hits him, and he just finishes him off. So, I don't know. Maybe I was wrong. That could have been avoided, I guess. I don't know. That's short track racing, Wesley. I mean, that happens at every short track in America. Every Saturday or Friday night, you'll see something like that happen. These guys don't do it intentionally. It's short track racing. You have zero reaction time when somebody in front of you checks up.
I'm going to get that guy's name right before I'm over. Burgani? Burgon?
Bore, say it with me. Bore, as in you bore me. Going.
You
like
bore me.
coin, but going. Burgoyne.
Like a going. Burgoyne. 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 Burr. 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 Like cold. Burgoyne. Going. There you go. Guys, this is my first time doing the Maine Sim Racing Series. I'm not trying to butcher anybody's names. Please don't get mad at me. Burgoyne. Right, John? Yeah.
Burgoyne. Bore.
I said that.
You said burr, like burr. It's Burgoyne.
Oh, Boar. Boar.
Hey, just call him Matthew. Just call him Matthew. Yeah, Matthew and Devin up front.
But Burgoyne. Burgoyne. A professional will get the dang name right. I will. Burgoyne. Charles, don't laugh at me. I hear you in the background just snickering. I knew that you're snickering, though. I know you are. God, I'm willing you to do it. 9 to 50. Boar
Car of
going
Brandon
is the
Varney,
man
that's one
leading
to
the
keep
way.
an eye on.
Yeah, we'll keep
For
an eye
now.
on him. Landry, Boar going, Varney. I said it right, John. Top 3. We're back underway, and Bubar now up to 3rd.
Bubar up to 3rd, Varney back to 4th. But I tell you what, I just want to give a shout out to our producer. He got himself one of those brand spanking new video cards, folks. And the result of that is what you see on your screens, this amazing picture, 4K, glorious, glorious iRacing.
Don't
In the meantime,
give
up
away all
front,
the
Land-
secrets.
Oh,
Look out!
goodness, we got a wreck in the backstretch.
It's Burgess in the wall, dude. The 7 car, the man that was in the money, who ran the table. I think he's okay, though, but he fell all the way back to last.
Well, he slapped
12 of
concrete
50,
pretty
look at
hard
this.
back there.
Look at these guys battle for the lead. Landry and Bourgoin battle for that spot out of turn back straightaway out 4. Told you I'd get it, John.
Yeah, he did. And
Yeah.
look at this, Varney. He's up to 3rd now in that one car,
Yeah.
putting all kinds of pressure on Bourgoin for
Oh,
2nd.
trouble! Somebody just hit the inside pit wall. That's all I can tell you. I think it was Heathcote, and it might have been Moulton and Barth. Caution is out. It happened off turn 2. It was a red car. That's all I saw. Here's your replay. Yep, there it is.
Oh, yeah, a little contact right there. He's going to bounce off of one wall. He's going to bounce off that
Here he
wall
comes.
again. I wonder if
No,
he
that's
maybe,
not
the
him.
way he
That
went
wasn't
straight
him.
up into the wall like that. Oh, wow.
Oh, my
there you
goodness,
go,
Burgess in the wall.
Oh, wow, that dude's got no front end. That's that new damage model we've got.
That's right. Especially on these street stock cars, man. You hit the wall, you tear up all the hell the back. I mean, everything is destroyed. Look at this. We're going to find it. Our producers are the bomb diggity.
He's just
There it is,
working
right
the back
there.
bumper of the 11.
Look at this. That's what happened. Oh, that's what I saw right there. Oh, and Birch is in the money upside on his
Wow.
sideways. Oh,
You left your bumper back there, sir.
caution will come out for debris for cleanup.
That's it. We have a debris caution on track.
So Bourgoin is still the man out in front. Leading the way, Devin Landry and Bourgoin. Brandon Varney, the top 3. Corey Bubar is in 4th. Nick Hinkley, the top 5. All right, John. So we're 13 and 50 in. It looks like they don't let caution laps count either here. So 50 green flag laps as I was just resetting timing and scoring. Man, Bourgoin is doing a phenomenal job. And you said they're teammates racing with each other, him and Landry?
Yeah, him and Landry. Man, if you haven't been watching this series, Wesley, you've missed some fantastic racing. These two are so dominant in their normal super late model series that they run, and they are teammates. And like I said, there was a little bit of an infamous moment this past week with Bourgoin. I guess you could say defending his teammate at one point in the race, but we're going to leave it at that because Sean's taking care of it, the admin here, and we're about to go back to green.
Sean
Get back
Campbell.
some good
That's
racing.
right. Here we go, back to it again. And can I just say this? I love these street stock cars, man. These are so damn fun to watch.
They really are. And I mean, I've said it once, I'll say it again. iRacing did an outstanding job laser scanning these vehicles. Oh, big wreck coming off of 4 again, same spot.
Oh, no.
Got a car on his lid, the 88 car on his lid. Wow.
Is that Morton upside down again? I think it's Morton upside down.
Well, he was. I think he finally rolled it all the way over.
Oh, my goodness.
I'll tell you what, man. These guys are, it's not funny, but it's fun to watch. As hard as these cars are to handle, apparently, on South Boston Speedway. Yeah, this is the 0-0. That's who it was. This
Yeah,
poor guy.
Morton.
Look.
There it is, look
and
at-
over.
Oh.
And that was a
Poor guy
great
can't get
shot,
a
by the
break.
way. If you could have seen it, of the leaf springs I was talking about earlier. They even modeled the leaf springs on these things, like physically modeled them. Like I said, iRacing just really did for all of their vehicles. Really, I mean, every single vehicle on the service has been intimately detailed, Wesley,
Yes.
with laser scanning, and they've actually had mechanics from real teams come into the iRacing's laboratories and help them model these things and help them get the logarithms and whatnot correct, to where, you know, when you jump in to a car on the iRacing service, you're literally jumping into the exact virtual representation of the real life car, which is a great segue for you to tell folks how to get to iRacing.
That's exactly right. And by the way, if you're interested in wanting to get involved in the world of iRacing and to be a part of broadcast coverage like iRacing on LSRTV events, join Racing, Official League, AI Racing, and more. Go to iRacing.com. There you go. And if you'd like to know more information, you need iRacing setup. 60 plus iRacing car setups are available, from like the street stocks like you're watching to late models to NASCAR and so much more. To sign up, click the link in chat in the broadcast description on YouTube, Majors Garage. And don't forget to check out the Majors Racing Series Sunday nights on LSRTV throughout the months to come. Because they don't run every Sunday night. They're like special events. Yes, the Majors.
Right. Now, Wesley, I have a question for you. Have you driven like maybe some of the open wheel cars that iRacing offers, like maybe the Williams
buddy,
Formula?
listen. As long as I have ever been on iRacing or R Factor, I've always just been a broadcaster. I've never been a racer itself.
I'm going to get you down
Green
here.
flag, we're back at it again.
My rig. Get you some seat
I don't
time.
have a rig. I sit in my chair in my office and
I'm going to get you down here to my place, man. Get you down here to my place. I'll let you sit in my rig and do some laps, man. Oh, look at this race. The one car is back on the outside. That's it, baby. I mean, look, tell you that one car of Barney, if anybody in the field is going to give those two front runners of Bourgogne and Landry a run for the money, it's going to be him and the guy right next to him, Blue Bar, in that 12 car. I've been watching these two all night long, and they really have a handle on these street stocks, just about as good as the two front runners, you know. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love watching Devin and Matthew dominate like they do, but I really want to see somebody get in there and give them a run for their money. And that one car is sweet looking.
Yeah. Man, Barney's car is nice, dude. I love that color, that blue and yellow. Very sharp. Listen to that sound. The sounds of these cars don't even sound like the regular late models or NASCAR iRacing cars.
Big wreck.
Uh-oh.
A lot of cars
I
wadded
think
up on the
Hinckley's
front
involved.
stretch.
Hinckley's one of them involved. Boy, you got into big trouble, Hinckley. It's a parking lot up in the corner into 1 and 2. 47 Burgess is caught up in it. The 9 of Jalbert, I think it is. Here's a replay. And the hits just keep on coming there, John Muschin Jr.
Yeah, buddy. It doesn't take much to get these things out of shape, as you can see. Oh, hello, wall. Hello, other wall. Hello, cars.
Wow.
My goodness.
Walls. Hello.
I mean,
Oh,
man.
there goes the
they're still wrecking down
BOLO
there.
G&A car. Oscar Mayer.
I don't think he even touched the brake pedal.
My baloney has a first name. It's OSCAR.
I worry about it sometimes, Wesley. I really do, man.
Why, dude? Why? I'm just... Bourgogne is still the man out in front, by the way, in the 38 car. Don't you remember the Oscar Mayer commercial?
I do.
I'll send you the link. Don't you remember when you were a kid? Obviously, I know you're old. You're older than me. Do you remember when you were a kid? And you was...
I'm gonna be perfectly
I'm pushing
honest with
40. I'm pushing 40, John. Okay.
I couldn't stand Oscar Mayer bologna, but you put a Oscar Mayer hot dog in front of me, dude. I've got it gone in 2 bites. I'm just telling you.
What about ballparks? They plump when you cook them.
Oh, dude, the ballparks back in the day, man. We used to put those on sticks and cook them over open fires outside when we went camping and stuff,
There you
man.
go, man.
There,
Wow.
nothing beats that flavor. I don't know what it is about cooking a hot dog over an open fire, dude, but it's the best flavor. We gotta stop talking about food, brother. I'm gonna hurt myself.
Listen, I was in the middle of eating my Chinese dinner with yum yum sauce and egg rolls and egg
Oh,
drop soup
I love
when I
egg
got the
rolls.
message that said, "Are you coming?" And I'm like, what do you mean? And then I was like, oh snap, I'm late.
Oh my goodness.
So yes, I'm gonna have cold Chinese when I get back to, eating again when this race is over. By the way, Green Bay 7, San Francisco 0 in their NFC divisional matchup tonight.
Still up front, we've got Landry, Bourgogne, Varney, Bubar, and it looks like Melcher in the 43 car. You top 5. We've seen some racing so far. Wesley, who do you think is going to pull this off? Who do you like?
Man, this is such a great matchup, dude. I'm telling you. But I will tell you, I'm just going with Landry. I think Landry is playing possum right now. He's waiting for that opportunity. He knows the outside's the way to go for the restarts. But, man, Bourgogne is actually really good, too.
Oh,
so.
we got another record.
And I think we got a caution again. Oh, my goodness, another yellow. And this time it's York. York and some other cars. There's York pulling away.
Look at the bumper hanging off the car.
It is. That's just true grassroots racing right there, whatever it takes.
It is. It really is. He's going to pull that thing to pits. The crew's going to pull out some duct tape and tape it up, and he'll be back. Watch. Look at this poor car, man. He just got straight turned by the 11 car. Look. Boink. Look at how wrinkled that car is. That car started the race spotless.
Road
And
rage with, wow.
It looks like cottage cheese.
Did you just say cottage cheese?
I did. I'm not sure what's going on with Varney.
John, I'm worried.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
He's got some left front damage. Like somebody got up into his left front there.
So no, John, listen, buddy, true story. This is the honest truth, but I've never ever announced, this is what I do for a career. I've never raced on iRacing, never. I did R Factor one time, and I tried to do it with a keyboard. I couldn't get the damn car out of the pits. I got so mad,
yeah.
I hit the escape key and just said to heck with it. I'll never do it again. So,
well, let me tell you, the guy who's been, I've been doing this a long time. I started with NASCAR racing NASCAR racing season back in, what was it, 94, 95, which was actually the precursor to iRacing. The same guys that did that one built this. But I've also done R Factor. I've done the EA Sports Sim for a while. Nothing beats
for sure.
iRacing.
Now, I've done the PlayStation races. I did the PlayStation races.
Nothing beats iRacing as far as realism. I was shocked as a guy who's actually driven street stocks, late models, stuff like that. When I first jumped into iRacing, I was really amazed at how realistic it is and how you've really got to know how to drive a race car. You can't just stand on the gas and hope it turns. It doesn't work that way. You've got to know how to finesse a car through the turns, especially these street stocks we've been watching, Wesley. I mentioned this earlier. Watching how much they move, how much that whole chassis moves. It's because of the leaf springs and the soft front springs they've got on these cars, which is what you'd have in real life. So we're about to go back to green. I want you folks out there to keep your eyes on these cars. Watch how much they move in the turns. That whole car is going to move back and forth. Very realistic.
For sure. Field will make their way back with, of course, the teammates. Landry and Bourgogne right there. Green flag in the air. And jump on the outside lane by Bourgogne in trouble. Right in front of the pack. It's Melcher going around in front of the other pack of numerous cars involved. And the hits just keep on coming, and we still keep racking and stacking them. Caution out. Burgess in the money somehow, some way. Beaten, battered, bandaged, banged, and bruised, and still going to go for that $25. Actually, it's official. He's going to get it. Yeah. He's got it.
So that's the one thing that's probably got a smile on his face right now is, his car's beat up. He's having a horrible main event right now, but he got $25. So, meh. Oh, hello. Oh, goodness gracious.
Oh, wow. Hey, man, don't take out my camera.
That was just on the restart there. I believe the 43 car got hooked somehow. Look at that, yeah.
Yeah, watch this, man. Nowhere to go.
Turn, man.
Look at this. Nowhere to go for the 43. Oh, look at the flames. And the 23 just... Oh, actually, the 23 was trying to give him an assist to help him get going again. And then he hits the wall. It's poor 23 trying to... Well, watch this. Well, the camera, they took it off. I was going to let you say, hear the camera again getting hit? Charles is in the background going, don't you destroy my stuff there, Dale.
You know, it's amazing when you look at the front two cars, their cars are still spotless, but everybody pretty much from fourth on back has been beaten to a pulp. Here goes the 37 car getting one of his laps back. You know what they should introduce? The one thing that iRacing doesn't have yet, Wesley, though I wish they did, the cone rule.
I like the cone rule. Yes.
Do you know what the cone rule is?
Yes. Oh yeah, man. Yeah, but the cone rule where drivers choose inside and outside of their choosing,
Yes.
and
Yeah, man.
everybody can stay to the inside. The guy on the outside could go up and battle, and the next thing you know, he's racing for the win. Yeah, man. Yeah, I love the cone rule.
Now, I've seen some leagues try to implement versions of it, but what ends up happening is people get black flags and all kind of craziness, and it's just it's just a horrible time trying to fix all that. Well, I really hope that iRacing works on that soon for these short track guys, because there's a lot of guys on the service that love short track racing, everything about it. And the cone rule is one thing that I hear so many people asking about.
Yes, I
Look
agree.
at that 12 car.
Look at that. Yeah, that's that car that looks like it's all bandaged and just beaten and battered, and he's right there in third. Green flag. Here we go. Bourgon, Landry, Bubar in that 12 car. It looks like a Band-Aid. Varney and Conley,
Wow.
top 5. By the way, we're closing in on halfway here in a few more laps, John, off 4.
That's the first time Bourgoin or Landry, either one of them, has actually been out front without anybody close to the side. To give Matthew Bourgoin the lead right now with Devin Landry in second place. And we've got a fight between the 12 and the 1 car. That's Varney and Bubar trying to settle out who's going to take third.
Yeah, Bourgoin looking really strong coming across the line. Landry second, Varney and Bubar, they flip-flop for third and fourth. That's the 1 and the 12. Look at this going on. Beautiful looking car. The blue and yellow machine. Battles Bubar for that spot. We're about to be halfway home. 25 down, 25 to go. Next time by. Second half should be a good one.
Riding on board with Brandon Varney right now back there in third in that gorgeous looking blue and yellow number 1 car. Trying to chase down these 2 leaders. I think he's finally cleared of the 12 car of Corey Bubar. Or maybe not. There he is on the inside. Gets a little door bang from him. Hey, that guy's got my helmet on. I just realized that.
He's a big fan of yours there, John.
Well, how did he do that? I don't understand that. That's my personal helmet.
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Halfway
How am I
home.
supposed to-
Halfway home. Tonight, this race for the, of course, Crescent Lumber Street Stock Chili Bowl with the mainly ductless heat and air Maine Racing Sim Racing Series. John Mushton, Wesley Outland here with you. We're in the second half of this event. And right now, watching them working their way, coming off the corner. 28 of 50. Great racing, man. This has been so much fun watching. And right now, Boss Hog, look at the Boss Dog. 31 coming up there. There's Conley. Morton's back. Look at Morton back in the top 5.
Morton in
Upside down
6th
and all.
place, and he was upside down 15 laps ago.
Well, you're
he's going to get the bumper to 31 right there.
Oh, every which way but loose for Conley. He saves it.
Oh,
Morton's
here
right there
comes
with
the
it.
80.
Morton and Doobie. There's Doobie. Don't be a Doobie.
You know what's crazy is that Morton gets such a great run on exit corner that he's able to pull right up and put the bumper to Connolly right there.
Look at the Oscar Mayer car. Jalbert's back up there. Oh, we got trouble. Oh, he's in the wall. Conover wrecks in one.
Caution's out.
Oh, man. Oh, my.
I don't think the caution came out for Conover. I think there was something else on track that happened.
We had such a good run going for us, and then it all went south.
Yeah, look there. The 86 was all wadded up. And his bumper's still hanging off of that car. My goodness. That's a junkyard dog right there. So Matthew Burgoyne still has the lead, but he's got to face another restart here with his teammate. Going to be on the outside of him here, Devin Landry. And we'll see if he can't maintain his lead there, Wesley. See if he can't get a good jump on this restart.
Man, this is fun. We're not done yet either. 19 laps to go, the 38. Matthew Burgoyne leading. Devin Landry in second. Corey Bubar up to third. Brandon Varney in the fourth spot. Joshua Doobie is up to fifth. John Morton, man, we were just talking about Morton. He was starting to make such a climb through the field, and then he got collected in that accident. Man, there's your teammates there working with each other, side by side. Still, nobody can get around them. Bubar there in the 12. I tell you what, Johnny, I like these cars, man. I think they're so much fun to watch. I think they're exciting. You know, we get so complacent sometimes to get stuck with just the Xfinity cars or the Cup cars or the trucks, and I'm not taking anything away from them. We like them, but sometimes you got to step out of your comfort zone and do some new things. And I think these are really, really exciting and fun to check out here. All right, under 20 laps to go, 19 remaining. Ready, green flag, back out again. Burgoyne, Landry, Bubar, Varney, Jalbert, top 5. Laps are winding down, under 20 to go, John, as they go to turn 3. Having trouble hearing John. We'll be back with him in just a moment as the field works their way back into the corner. Bubar down to the inside. He makes a run now on Landry for the second spot. A couple of cars was going on in the back of the pack as Burgoyne is still pulling away. Burgoyne there for Landry. Bubar 1, 2, and 3. 17 to go as now Varney, Jalbert, and Burgess battle for that spot. Now you can go ahead, buddy. You're back. Cannot hear you on the broadcast, buddy. Burgoyne is there in the lead spot. Burgoyne there, holding on to them. Landry, Bubar, Varney, understanding John stepping away for just a moment. We'll be back with him as the field works their way back off into turn number 1 and 2. 15 laps to go. Burgoyne, along with Landry and Bubar, they'll stay 1, 2, and 3. Varney to Jalbert, top 5. That's that Oscar Mayer machine. Doobie, Burgess, Bricker, and Burgess. Yes, you're back, John. Yeah, we're single file, man. Closing in on 15 to go, brother.
Sorry about that, man. I was getting mad at you because you kept cutting me off. I was like, he asked me a question, I'm answering it, then he cuts me off. What's that all about?
Well, for a second, I thought you were mad at me. I thought you were ignoring me. You were giving me the silent treatment. So there you go. See, 2 wrongs don't make a right. Sometimes 2 rights make a wrong. You don't realize you are. Here we go.
We got a great race here. It looks like Burgoyne still got that lead. At least that didn't change why to shut everything down and bring it back. But Bubar has gotten past Varney in that one car. These two have been really competitive all race long too there, Wesley. I think if we can get this thing to go green from here on out, 11 laps to go, we're going to see a great fight between all four of these guys coming down to the last 3 laps.
Yeah, I'm telling you, Bud, man, these guys are so much darn fun. This has been such an awesome job, fun to call this race with you now. These guys just are high class. They respect one another, and this racetrack provides this type of racing, and this car provides this type of racing as well as we approach 10 to go. John, your thoughts on that?
Yeah, absolutely. I was just going to echo what you were saying there, Wesley. This track and car combination's one of the best on the service if you're looking for excitement and fun. Maybe a little frustration if you're one of the drivers, but still, it's about as close to Saturday night racing in real life that you're going to get, man. And right now, Bourgogne and Landry are putting on a heck of a tutorial, I guess, if you want, how to get around South Boston in the street stock, because they're not having any problems out front there, Wesley, and we're under 10 to go.
And I know my buddies and the operations at South Boston Speedway would love to invite you and yours to check out the NASCAR Advanced Auto Parts Weekly Racing Series and all of their special events as they'll crank up in the first week in March at South Boston Speedway in Virginia. 7 laps to go. Man, Goyne is just gone. He's in his own world. He's pulled away now from his own teammate Landry. Bubar in 3rd spot. He's got a Hornet's Nest Snakes patch behind him with Varney, Jalbert, Doobie, Moulton, Ricker, all these cars. And John, how about the man they got the $25 running the table bonus from the D-Main? Burgess is in the top 10 in 9th in the 7 car.
Yes, he has rebounded nicely. I don't know if you can see it or not, Cody, but watch the wheels, the left front wheel on these cars as they go to the turns, and watch how these drivers are working that steering wheel. Just little minute changes in direction right there. It's amazing how detailed iRacing got this. Look at that. He saw it on that wheel, trying to keep that car going the right way, man. But he's doing great. Burgoyne's out to almost a 1-second lead now. Three laps to go. He's got almost a second lead over his teammate Landry, who's got about a 3/10 of a second lead over Bubar. You got Varney there in 4th, and Jalbert in the 04 back there in 5th.
Matthew Burgoyne, you see the little tack showing the throttle, hit the brake, you're hitting the brakes, you hear the squeal. And Matthew, in his own world, he'll work his way with that Camaro out of turn number 4. Matthew Burgoyne to the line. White flag in the air for Burgoyne. 1 more lap to go. The CRN 1 to go. College basketball, high school basketball, finish line and more this upcoming week at wearecrn.com. And coming out of turn number 4, Matthew Burgoyne will come to the line, and he will win tonight's Crescent Lumber Street Stock Chili Bowl for the Mainly Ductless Heating and Air Maine Sim Racing Series tonight at Sobo. How about that there, John Boy?
I tell you what, watching Matthew and Devin just every week in the Maine Sim Racing Series, driving these short tracks, these guys know how to look at this. He's having fun now. This is what it's all about right now. He's just Dukes of Hazzarding that thing. Yeah, he's just Dukes of Hazzarding that thing through the turn. Look at him. Man, folks, what a race we had tonight there, Wesley. I am looking forward to doing some post-race interviews, man.
Should be a fun time when it's all said and done. Let's take a look at the results here tonight for, again, tonight's Crescent Lumber Street Stock Chili Bowl for the Mainly Ductless Heating and Air Maine Sim Racing Series here tonight on iRacing on LSRTV. Matthew Burgoyne will pick up the win. Devin Landry will settle for the 2nd spot. Corey Boober 3rd. Brandon Varney 4th. Tyler Jalbert in the top 5. Joshua Doobie. Ricker, the man that's getting some of Charles' money and Jeff's money from LSRTV. He gets the $25 bonus. Good at solid top 10 finish in 8th. Chris Burgess 9th. Franco Moulton there, Johnny, is the top 10.
Coming home 11th, Chris Forte in the 23 car. 12th, Tyler Connolly in that 31 car. 13th, Ed Connolly in the 11 car. Brian Conover, 97's 14th. Chris York in the 86 is 15th. Nick Morton, 16th. Nathan Barth, man, what a rough night. He started off pretty good. Wound up getting tied up into some wrecks there. Finishes 19 laps down in 17th. Logan Melcher, 18th. Nick Hinckley, 19th. And rounding out your top 20, Jacob Heathcote in the 32 car.
There is the lineup. That's the full field rundown. Quick break. Finish line post-race wrap-up is next, and we will talk to the top 3 here at Sobo. What a wild one. Teammates holding off teammates Matthew Burgoyne picking up the win over Landry. We'll talk to them in victory lane in just a moment. Hey, everybody, welcome back to coverage of iRacing on LSRTV. And, of course, it is the Crescent Lumber Street Stock Chili Bowl with the Mainly Duckless Heated and Air Maine Sim Racing Series every Saturday and Wednesday night on your home for sim racing. Wesley Outland, John Mustin Jr. back with you. We're getting ready to grab a word with our top 3 finishers. It's time for the finish line post-race wrap-up. And, of course, we'll talk to third-place finisher Corey Bubar. Corey, before we go any further, man, I love your car. I love the color of the blue and the yellow, and these cars were just so fun to watch racing tonight. You're on the podium for third. Your take of the race just couldn't get around the teammates.
Yeah, I seem to always be a step behind Matt and Devin. No matter where I go, those guys are really good. I'm just a little bit behind them, and I gotta try to work to get a little bit better.
Well, I don't know, Corey. You look great tonight, but you're battling 2 teammates. Do you have a teammate of your own? Or better yet, maybe you should try and finagle your way into their team, and that way, if you accidentally put a bumper to them and move them out of the way, they won't be quite so mad at you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should try that. I don't have any. Well, I guess Aaron Wrench is my teammate, and he hasn't been able to make all the races, but I kind of just do it all on my own, and I don't really have as much time as a bunch of people to get on here and play it. I just kind of do it this league, and that's about it, pretty much.
Corey, what's your take of the race tonight, man? I mean, obviously it had its share of bumps and bangs, and obviously survival of the fastest, if you will.
Yeah, it was really fun. I had a really good battle with Brandon Barney. We were side by side for a long time. For what green flag racing we had, it was pretty fun. Yeah, just a step behind those 2, and we'll try to get them next race.
All right, man. Thank your sponsors.
Yeah, I got all pretty much my real life sponsors: Coastal Road Repair, T&L Racing, Strictly Roofing, J.A. Simpson, and of course Barry Race Cars and Customs. And I got to thank all my family and crew, and my wife and daughter Kinsley. And I got to thank my mom. She watches me at every race on iRacing, and yeah.
Well, there you go. There's Corey Bubar, and that number 1 machine, or number 12 actually, will settle for the number 3 position. And of course, by the way, 1 car was Brandon Barney, who I was referring to, but your car looks like it's all beaten, battered, and bandaged. Is that the way you kind of wanted that car to look like? Because that's the way normally these cars look like when the races are over?
Yeah, pretty much. I saw that online somewhere, and I thought it looked pretty cool, so I put it on my own car, and it kind of works out. It's the street stocks. It kind of fits, so I just have stuck with it.
There you go, man. Well, there is Corey Bubar. He'll settle for, again, the number 2 position. Third place here in the race. Second spot now coming up. Teammates is Devin Landry in the 82 machine. Devin, you'll settle for a second spot. Your teammate Burgoon is right there in victory lane, and we'll talk with him in a moment. But just seemed like you guys, Burgoon and you guys battling with each other, just side by side. Great racing. Just had to settle for the second spot.
Yeah, I was kind of mad he gave me the top. I cannot drive the top in these cars, no matter what track it is. So I'm a bottom feeder with these things. Yeah, I really don't race these things. He had a lot of time this week, so he put in a lot of time. I didn't. I got on tonight, threw us paints together, and then raced. Honestly.
Well, Devin, it seems like I'm always talking to either you or Matthew in these interviews. I've run out of questions, man. Just congratulations on your second place run. I know you wanted that win pretty badly, but you did mention something I want you to touch a little bit further on, the outside line. So it was hard for me up in the booth to tell much of a difference between the outside and the inside as far as handling style. Was it that much tighter up top?
It wasn't tight. It's just I like arcing in the corner, and it's hard to do it up there because you don't want to pinch the guy too low. And every time I'd run the top in practice or something, I'd just almost lose it off the corner. So I have to underdrive it to be able to run the top, and then you just lose time on the guy in front of you.
Yeah, it seems like South Boston's really not a track designed for arcing it the way I've seen you do it. For instance, at Southern National or Five Flags with that super late model. So, South Boston's definitely a unique track.
Yeah, I love this place. I mean, I just don't run the street stocks a lot, so if I learned this car, I'm sure it'd be a little different.
All right, man. Well, listen, you'll settle for that second spot with your teammate. Obviously, you guys respecting one another. That was some really good racing between you two.
Yes, it was. And I do want to say about the team thing, Corey, arms are open, so just let us know. Yeah.
There you go.
Anybody want to thank sponsor-wise?
Yes, PDM Motorsports, Martin Sports, my parents, Sean for putting the league on, you guys broadcasting it, and we'll go get them next week.
All right, there's Devin Landry, and of course, Eddie will pick up the win, second spot here. We'll go to victory lane now, and his teammate, Matthew. I give up trying to say your last name because, dang it, it seems like I butcher it if I try it or not. So, Matthew in the 38 car, man, congratulations to you. What a performance. Jumped out in front. You only had to hold off your teammate Landry a couple of times, and you pick up the win.
Yeah, thanks. It basically boiled down to I did have quite a few more laps in, and Devin literally showed up to the practice session at 6:30, and it was all about saving the right rear tire. There's a fine balance coming up off the corner to save it or use it, and we were able to save it and hold on for the win.
You mentioned it just now. I mean, that's the most brilliant analysis of the street stocks in iRacing because it's exactly like in real life. You got to save that right rear tire. The way these cars move on the track is so easy to burn that right rear tire up. Well, listen, Matthew, Mr. I'm just going to send it and see what happens Burgoyne. Congratulations on the win, man. Talk to me a little bit about what it felt like for you inside that car, you know, where your entries and exits were on the corners compared to your late model racing.
On this racetrack, they really don't compare to like our local racetrack. I think the late model compares more to like the late model on iRacing than it does the street stock. The street stock is just so easy to drift it, and it was all about not drifting it and keeping it pointed up off the corner just to make sure that right rear saved. But yeah, this is fun, but it doesn't replace real racing. I'm excited to start racing on a local track at Wiscasset in the late models.
There you go, man. Wow, you mentioned Wiscasset, and I've actually been there to that racetrack before, man. It's a pretty awesome, fun place to go to, and man, you obviously got to get through these winter months. But you racing with your team at Landry, Burgoyne. Just talk about what that was been like tonight, and it seems like you guys have a fanfare where you're constantly right there neck and neck with one another, racing each other.
Yeah, we kind of hooked up for another league there, but you know, obviously we're both from Maine, and like him and Max and us, you know, test for like the SAR and other leagues. But yeah, we just race together here, and it's fun. We're pretty much neck to neck, which makes it when we go testing for, you know, trying different setups and stuff, it makes it nice. But when we're actually racing against each other, it makes it hard. But you know, we race each other straight up there, and it was a good race.
All right, man. On to the next one. Thank your sponsors.
Yeah, I gotta thank my wife for letting me spend time down here and playing on the sim. It's kind of hard to convince your wife that a video game is necessary. I gotta thank Sean for everything he does for the league. Gotta thank Crescent Lumber for coming on board for this race. It was a wicked fun race to do. Gotta thank you guys for broadcasting.
And even though I did butcher your name several times, man, congratulations to you, buddy, on the win.
It's it's a hard one. It's Burgoyne.
It is Burgoyne. Matthew Burgoyne, 3 times fast.
It comes
tonight here. He gets it done in the Crescent Lumber Street Stock Chili Bowl here for the Maine League Douglas Heating and Air Sim Racing Series, Maine Sim Racing Series tonight from South Boston. John, we're going to wrap it up, buddy. I'm ready to go watch the second half of the football game between the Packers and the 49ers, and I enjoyed being here in the booth working with you guys tonight. Thanks to Sean Kimball for the invitation with everybody here, man. You're taking this race, and I know there's some frustration about these cars, but I love it. I thought it was a good race, a fun race. I enjoyed it.
As did I, man. It just brings back some great memories of the very first time I stepped into a race car. It was a Camaro. It was a unibody frame just like these, and it was on Southside Speedway in Virginia. So a lot of good memories there, man. Yeah, that's right, man. Loved it. Well, folks, it was I had a blast hanging out with you, Wesley. Hey, what was that guy that won? What was his name again?
His name is Matthew Burgoyne. Matthew Burgoyne. It figures I'll get the damn name right before I sign off the air. Burgoyne picks up the win here tonight here at South Boston. By the way, as always, follow coverage of the Maine Sim Racing Series on social media at LSRTV on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, as well as at iRacing on LSRTV. Be good to one another. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Be safe
If it's a winter wonderland like it is in the Carolinas where I am, I'm ready for it all melt away. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Congratulations again, Matthew Burgoyne, winning tonight here at Sobo with the Maine Sim Racing Series for, of course, Jeff